The Great Khan stands on the verge of defeat, rather quickly, I might add, and the Modian Curators are currently leading the charge. Yeah, who in the heck saw this coming like 5 episodes ago? Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris First Contact in our Clandestine Curiosity series. This could be a little bit shorter of an episode today than is typical for the channel in this series. Just as a heads up, I'm running on a bit of a tight schedule for this particular recording, so I wanted to mention that off the bat. But before we even dive in with a lot of tactical play, trying to finish off the Great Khan and see if we can claim some of this space, which I think I will almost certainly be able to do, one thing I wanted to do is really examine for a moment, because I need a little bit of a refresher myself. I have played offline Stellaris. I know it certainly doesn't seem like it because of how much, just generally how rusty I've been in this game for the past couple of series, which I freely admit. But I have played some Stellaris offline since Nemesis came out, and I've actually been the Galactic Custodian, and I've been the Galactic Emperor, in fact, and I would benefit, I think, from a bit of a quick refresher and review of what I can do as the Custodian. So I'm going to take a quick look at this. Now, we currently have the option to make the Galactic Focus the Great Khan, but I don't think that's really necessary. But notice that there's an entire section for Custodianship. So we can say, so there's a term limits category. We would be able to remove the Custodianship term limit. I want to do that right now. Oh my god, this is so great. I'm sorry. I haven't seen these in a while, so this is genuine. Like, I have played with these before, but it's been so long that it's like a first-time reaction. Custodian reforms. So we could say a united front, damage to endgame crisis factions plus 20%, but that would reduce monthly energy credits income by 3%. Galactic mobilization. So we could increase naval capacity for everyone, but lower trade value by negative 5%. And then there's galactic institutions. There's the Galactic Defense Force, the Interstellar Navigation Agency, the Galactic Trade Organization, and the Galpol. The creation of a galactic criminal police organization will enable law enforcement agencies to cooperate across the entire galactic community. So, I'm going to propose this. Cost our Empire 150 influence to propose the resolution to remove the Custodianship term limit. Shall we add it to the proposal queue? Yes. Yes, we shall. And, in fact, listen, why don't we go ahead and vote on this? Everyone. Why don't we go ahead and see if we can get this done while the Modian Curators are quickly, you know, and very effectively just annihilating the Marauders or the Vivisandians, these guys. The Great Khan. He's called the Great Khan every time, but the Great Khan is in charge of a different empire every time, so it's a lot. So let me... Right now, I have you heading to a brewery. I remember what was happening. So, yeah, for whatever reason... Is it because there are no shipyards? Is that why? No, that can't be why, because there's shipyards right there. Okay. Yeah, I need you to go and repair up. That's all I need. Both of you. Just go to a brewery and repair up. And once you're repaired, we can replenish you. Construction-wise, we're doing okay. We don't have a lot going on in our empire, so what I want to try and do is get my ships back repaired and then get them back on the front line as soon as possible. Also, what's up with the unspent trade points? Is it just for the uplifting? I think it's just for the uplifting. Just for the uplifting. I'm going to cancel that for now. All right, so we've declared that an emergency measure, and everyone is in favor of it. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. It could backfire spectacularly on me if there's something about that I don't quite understand. But from where I sit, it sure seems like it's saying, I get to be the custodian for all time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I'm so excited. Okay, so it looks like we are entering orbit of Iberi. Good, yeah, and so now they're properly returning to the station and getting repaired. I don't know why they weren't before. So what I want you to do is go ahead... Ooh, hang on. How we doing on those? Oh, we're fine. Okay. I want you to go ahead and upgrade. I want you to upgrade as well. It's going to be expensive, but we got the resources we need for it. Port Gloria needs a little bit of extra housing. That can definitely be arranged. Oh, look at that power just jumping up. Should be over 40k right there. Glorious. All right, so now I just need you to repair for just perfect. All right, the Teal fleet is repaired. Let's get them back on the front line as quickly as possible. And also, let's go ahead and have you build mining stations and research stations, if at all possible, please and thanks. Remember, we still have a horde to worry about that is on the verge of potentially becoming the crisis. I mean, not right now, but could happen relatively soon, so I want to be somewhat careful. I always giggle a little bit at the her black hole system. It's absurd. Like, whenever your brain just stops working and you can't use words, which happens to me sometimes in Let's Plays. It's happened in this series. Just the only thing that manages to come out is her. Okay. Let's go ahead and reinforce the Mahogany fleet. It's fully upgraded, and we'll send them back to the front line as well. Sorry. If it's not obvious, I'm feeling a little giddy today. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on, administratively speaking, on the channel front. Can't talk about too much yet, but I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm in a good mood. So, exciting times ahead. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we're getting those mining stations built. Is there anything else that I can build? Yeah, build that starbase on Onides, please. All right, so it does seem like lots of enemy ships are flying around, generally wreaking havoc. Also, do I have a science ship in the area? Do I have one on the way? Let me see if I can recall if I got one kind of in motion. Doesn't look like I do. The one that would make it fastest would be this one. So you're assisting research in aim and head. We'll tell you what, I want you to come here as soon as possible. Oh, there's also debris. All right, so come here and get this research done. Because of the hyperlanes that I've built, it won't take that long for the science ship to reach this area. Encounter in Oswamade. We've made first contact with mysterious aliens, blah, 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 blah. I do, however, have a free envoy, so sure. Tense Ilu Huizenu. Interesting. A Thorquel envoy. For us. Is that allowed? Did I give you permission? I didn't think they could be. Oh, look at that. Apparently I did. Residence. Okay, well, lessons were learned. Although this is a superior species, so I should probably go ahead and apply this template to all of them in my territory so they have higher habitability. It's starting to look like there are more Thorquel in my territory, so it's worth kind of managing that aspect of it. Oh wow, that's a lot of debris. So that science ship's going to have its work cut out for it in the best possible way. Oh, hang on. We have leader enhancement capacity boosters finished. Okay. Oh, so many good choices. I'm going to go ahead and research Clone Army while I'm looking at it. It's a rare tech, and it's not guaranteed to reappear next time, so let's get that done. Alright, so you are able to do more, but I need to wait. It does look like the Thorquel Pact, either they just claimed that, or they've always had that system. I don't think they've always had it, though. They might be in the process of reclaiming it. But I don't see any Thorquel construction ships at the moment. So I might just be imagining that. Have to keep a close eye on it. The irregularity we had designated as the Gimmel aliens appears to be made of some sort of crystalline material. Curiously, it seems to be able to propel itself across the void and protect itself when necessary, indicating that it may be alive. Our researchers are working hard to find out more. Keep at it. Please and thanks. All right, so science ship, are you in range yet? Where are you? I need you to, first of all, survey that system, then come here and do that. And I don't think there's anything else of that sort that's going to be necessary for the foreseeable future. So then what you can do is you can go back to Avonhead and resume assisting research. Please. All right, so doesn't seem like there's anything going on in that system, thankfully. All right, the Zemapuk galactic polity, the Zemapukians, have become more outwardly xenophobic. So let's go ahead and hit Gear Tab. Only going to take about a month to get there. Not bad at all. Let's take a quick look at our planets. Ooh, Genok 3 has a job available. What can I do? Notice that our economy is starting to get, like, the fruits of the labor that I've been putting in for the past little while are finally starting to bloom. It's freaking incredible to see. I think I will go for another industrial district now. I haven't been doing that a lot. Although this is an ocean world. You know what? No, let's do... No. I've got plenty of those. Let's do an industrial district because I would like more consumer goods and alloys specifically, not just more consumer goods. I need the ability to build more faster, particularly because we need tons and tons of alloys, not only to build wonders, but to rebuild the ring worlds in our territory. And I was reminded by a commenter that we could build the Sentry Array wonder. I hadn't forgotten you could build the Sentry Array, but I was just kind of nudged that, hey, do you think that would be useful in this series? And I actually thought, oh yeah, wait, the Modian Curators, given kind of the ethos that we've been building so far, it makes a lot of sense for them to go after the Sentry Array specifically. So that's something I will probably be doing, I imagine. All right, looks like this station's going to die fast. It's literally just one station holding it down. They don't hold territory here. So this will be over quickly. Good. Now come build that starbase. First contact event pending, excuse me. Our researchers have finished investigating the reports of extraordinary free-floating crystal-like objects observed in the Asmomade system. Their findings are startling. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. As we do not wish to risk coming into conflict with these prismatic enigmas, we ought to establish remote surveillance and observe them from the capital. So we can say that we can learn to coexist, or we can say fascinating creatures and get crystalline study. So let me go ahead and say crystalline study. Not pacification. I have unspent trait points. Looks like that process is done already. That was pretty quick. Good. Okay, let me take a quick look, because it does seem like one of the things that's happened over the past few episodes. Yeah, we have a lot of refugees that have popped into our territory. First of all, let's go ahead and let's do a few things to settle everyone down. Also, I had already, I believe, created this template, but more have arrived. So let me go ahead, well, make sure the rights are correct. They're not. So I had evidently not been doing a very good job of keeping up with that aspect of it. Fixing that now, though. So let's go ahead and apply this template, which does not have a consumer goods penalty, which should actually help with the consumer goods being consumed, because that's a lot of pops, and we might see a noticeable difference when we're done with this particular project. And then I'm going to keep going down the list. Humans are the most common alien species, which where the heck did that come from, by the way? but they're the most common alien species in my territory. So one of the things that I'm going to do is start with them and then go down the list in order of the number of pops that each species has in my territory. Now, this planet has unemployed pops that will automatically migrate, but, you know, do I want you to do that? I think it's probably a lot. Yeah, I have plenty of extra crystals. Oh, absolutely. Hang on. I might be able to do some upgrades to my core buildings as well. We're really starting to see a lot more minerals just free floating. And I can also sell tons. Like, look at how much energy I have now. Holy crap. Yeah, economically, we're in a hugely better position than we were just a few episodes ago. Everything that I was doing to fight against it, it's really extraordinary. Like, it seemed so futile while it was happening, but now, sorry if I need to pronounce it correctly for Star Trek fans, futile while I was pronouncing it. Don't even get me started on Star Trek Picard, by the way. I've been watching that season. I didn't watch the other two seasons. I've been watching this one. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I'm not happy. And that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, we just have a much better economy than we did not long ago at all. So I think I can safely queue up some upgrades for a number of production facilities that will help with literally everything. Now, in this case, we have a factory world set up on Modia. Is that really what it needs to be? Or does it need to be a mining world? It looks pretty even split right now, but that could be something we re-evaluate in the future. Now, this is currently set up as an agri world, which I guess I'll allow that. Oh, there's 3 mining districts, but it makes more sense as an agri world right now. This is a mining world and should be a mining world. But there are tons of upgrades that can be done, so let's go ahead and do that. And there went my freaking... Really? Really? I was not expecting it to be that fast. I'm just plowing through my minerals. All right, so we have this world set up as a tech world at the moment. It's got... This is weird. Why is this here? I don't know that I know what I was thinking when I put that there. Maybe it was during the period where I was in such dire straits with minerals that I was like, let me go ahead and put that there in preparation. But now in hindsight, it's like, no. that doesn't need to be there at all. It's a tech world, in fact. So if anything, we need like a research institute there. So that's what we'll do. Iroquois. Now in this case, this makes sense. Now, these upgrades, economically, there could still be a little bit of volatility, which is to be expected when you're making this many changes in a short period of time. But this is going to be pretty nuts. Hang on, let me sell a bit more to buy a bit more. Got to spend money to make money, right? Okay, that's that. Go ahead and reinforce that fleet, because it looks like there's room to do so. And I don't know that there's a whole lot else that I can do, apart from hitting... I mean, I would have to move pretty quickly to take control of this branch of territory here, which is unfortunate, because I would really like that branch of territory. But it seems like it's under the control of the Dothakan Horde, which they'll at least provide a little bit of a bulwark. And I might be able to swoop in later and take it. So let's see what we can do just with a few moments of unpaused action. Crystalline entities are unbreakable. Okay. That's a lot, and because we're doing a shorter episode than usual, I'm not going to pause to read that. But we have 2 options. Sounds potentially useful. You can always pause and read it yourself if you would like, but this is a common event. If you've been playing Stellaris for a long time, you've seen it many times. Crystal focus modifier added, so we get extra energy credits from all jobs, or we get crystal-infused plating. I think I would like to say sounds potentially useful. That is, from a role-playing perspective, the best decision by far. So let's do that. Now, let me also I'm going to sell a bit more because I'm in love with how productive my economy is right now. And I want to buy things. I want to get some upgrades going, especially upgrades that will help with my naval capacity. I'm just saying. Those are kind of important, okay? Ooh, hello. Hi. What are you doing? Now, I have clicked upgrade on a number of buildings that would use gases as an upgrade. I haven't commentated on it, but I'm well aware that things like energy grids, that things like research labs, when you upgrade them, and also the cyto revitalization centers, the genetics centers, those, when you upgrade them, consume additional exotic gases. And I don't have a huge surplus of exotic gases like I have a surplus of these other things, so I should be wary of that. I will, however, for the additional Unity, upgrade one of these admin parks. Let's actually upgrade the one closest to the capital for aesthetic purposes. Aesthetics are important, okay? All right. Economically, we are doing absurdly well. Let's, okay, yeah, of course I can't build those mining stations right now. If I sold some of my consumer goods, though, I could arrange to have a few more minerals, and that would not be a problem anymore. So yay. All right, let me go ahead and build a hyper relay here. I need to get these in place. I've got a lot of extra influence since I'm the custodian and likely to remain the custodian for all time. Oh, that just amuses me to no end that they're just letting me do that. It's just such blatant power mongering. We have completed the modifications to the human species. Nice. All right, so with that done, let's continue to kind of follow this trend. Ah, one of them already grew in place while I was doing that. Really? Really? You're going to make me waste 2 months of research for one human pop just so that that particular subspecies is not a problem anymore. Rude. Okay, this is the one that made me pause and look at this entire process, because we have here... Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Hang on. We have a lot of Latrepians in our territory. All right, we definitely don't want them to be deviants. We want them to be a little bit more cooperative with us. So, where'd you go? There it is. So they're still unruly, but they're not deviant. So unruly means their pops take up more space, basically. Because everyone has to give them space. They're unruly, but they're not deviant, so they don't have less of a conformity to our governing policy, to our governing ethics, and that's good. So we have an ongoing project at the moment. I'll have to wait for that one to finish, but that's okay. We can multitask. Believe it or not, it's fine. All right, Senate session can be concluded prematurely. It's at a cost of a lot of influence, though. I'm not going to do it. It just makes me so happy that I can do that, because I'm the custodian. I can be like, okay, we're done. I'm the custodian for all time. Peace out. Like, I don't have to do that, though. So I'm gonna be respectful-ish. All right, hyper relay is building there. Looks like the starbase here is almost built. So this is going to be timed pretty well. Oh man, this is going absurdly well. We're just making enormous territorial acquisitions from this. This is so vindicating after the beginning of the series, you have no idea. Not only to have annihilated the Great Khan. All right, Clone Army research is done. Not only to have annihilated the Great Khan, but just to be swooping in and taking all this territory for ourselves. There aren't as many planets as I thought I saw, though. So that's a shame. All right, I'm just going to go for the rarest and yet cheapest technology here. Combination of priorities there. Hello. Aha! Surprise, surprise, psionics. Shrouded communications. This will give us better code breaking and better encryption. Oh, by the way, before I end this episode, I want to point something out that I learned about. I haven't looked at it yet, but a commenter told me about this and it blew my mind and somewhat frustrated me, so I'll talk about it before the end of the episode, because I really appreciate the clarification, because I was proceeding under a misapprehension. All right, so we are going to adopt shrouded communications, and that also gives us the entire psionics tree. So we have an additional 50 points in our edicts fund, and we have a special project to form a covenant, and we got an ascension perk. Now, the thing about this ascension perk, we're now down to our last 2, and this is kind of important, because there are some that we haven't unlocked yet. For example, if we want Galactic Wonders, that'll probably be the last one. That'll give us the Ring World, Matter Decompressor, Dyson Sphere. We don't need those things. It's looking increasingly like they might not be necessary. But yeah, I don't want to go Colossus Project, because that's World Shaper, no. Galactic Force Projection, tempting, but no. We can work our way around that. Defender of the Galaxy, no. We're already the Custodians, thank you very much. Interstellar Dominion is tempting, but again, because we're the Custodians, we have additional influence. I feel like I've kind of already got that. External Vigilance, because again, that makes both Starbase influence and claim influence cost cheaper. But if you're making 20% plus more influence than you typically would, honestly, more than 20%, a lot more than 20%, it's more like 100% more influence than I typically would. Interstellar Dominion is irrelevant. Eternal Vigilance. Starbase damage, plus 25%. Galactic Contender. That's tempting. Extra diplomatic weight. Damage to Fallen Empires, Gate Builders, Awakened Empires. We still haven't been through the freaking L gates, by the way. Don't forget that. But I think we're ready to go through the L gates. I'm a little bit concerned about what might be on the other side. Not nearly as concerned as I was a moment ago, though. Things are looking good. See, Master Builders is tempting. Megastructure build speed plus 50%, because we have a lot of megastructures to build, and the ability to build more than one at once would be good. That seems like the most obvious, helpful one. I'm going to do it. Master Builders. Done. Okay, so now we have one more tradition tree that we can unlock. And we are approaching the amount of time that I have for today's episode. Let me see if there's anything else that I can do. I can reinforce that fleet. That's looking good. And we're building this mining station, and what I'm hoping is that this science station... Okay, good, that's a transport. That this science ship, or rather this... Yeah, this science ship needs to be done exploring, and then this construction vessel can come back here. Oh, nice. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. Leave it be for now. I'm glad you found an anomaly, but right now I want you to finish exploring so that I can claim this system. Leave be for now. I'm glad you're finding all these anomalies. You can come back and do them later. Actually, I might even give you... Oh, wait, I think it's done. That was it. It's done. All right, so build Starbase. Pause. So now that that's done, why don't you go ahead and research the anomaly? Take care of them both. You're a high-level scientist. You can get that done. So we now have control of this system, and we are soon going to have control of the Fenric's Stand system, and we should also be able to take control of Abaddon's Domain, Gionfar, Matsonia. There's a whole bunch that we are still going to be able to do. And economically, we are just... There's this feeling of things just roaring upward. There's a little bit of concern in the comments about all those artificial refineries that I built, which was warranted because not artificial refineries, but ancient refineries, these. So if you look at the upkeep of these, there are 3 jobs, and every job consumes 37 minerals. I'm assuming that's every job and not all 3 jobs together. So as those jobs are filled, we could see our mineral production bottom out. But so far that hasn't happened precipitously, and we're able to kind of keep pushing forward. So I'm going to kind of roll with it for the time being and adapt as necessary, because the only thing I'd really be concerned about would be like a sudden drop that really put me on my back foot in a situation where I didn't need to be on my back foot. But right now, I'm actually really happy with where I am at. So let me go ahead and go for the Yeah, let's go for the Ancient Rampart here. That option has come up a number of times and I've dismissed it. And with that, I will go ahead and stop this episode here. I know it's a little bit shorter, 5-10 minutes than I would typically go, but in the next one, I am going to continue taking over this territory pretty quickly. Not even really any fighting this episode, just absolute swarming over the territory that we took from the Vivisandians, and the Great Khan will hopefully be defeated in the coming episode or two. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.